Hello traders, this is Day Trader Matt with businesswithtrading.com doing an Emini Trading Room recap for the 10th of April, Thursday, and today was another good day in the markets. We had 3 trades today and pulled 5 3/4 points out of the markets. So very good day today. Not as good as our prior days, but still good. As long as you win positively, that is the main goal. How much we make above that is really dependent on the type of market environment we're in and the type of setups that we see. Our first trade was pretty close to the open. We did grab a short down here. We were able to ride that down and flip it into a long and ride it up a little bit, taking profit, and then obviously the market went up a little bit more. And then it started to chop around a little bit. We did get long. We were able to take profits over here, and then the markets kind of chopped around a little more, and then it started to sell off a little bit. So we were watching that. It was definitely interesting. Didn't really have much of a pullback here or here. So definitely interesting, but the market did get very weak today. So very interesting to see that. All of our trades took place in the first pretty much the first hour of the market. And it's interesting that way. Once price did break down, it never really gave much of a chance to get to enter unless you were okay with having a larger initial risk. And I wasn't okay with that, so we kind of just watched it, and it is what it is. Sometimes you're going to have big moves in the market and you're not going to be a part of them. And as a trader, it's something that you really are going to have to become comfortable with. I read a stat, the majority of the new traders out there, even struggling traders, and maybe even traders in general, they dislike missing a trade more than if they lost money on a trade. Why that is, it's definitely psychological, and I could talk about that for quite a while. It would be too long of a video and nobody would really watch it, most likely. But that's a fact. And not being in this, even making 5 3/4 points, would drive some people crazy. They just would not like that at all. But to be a professional trader, you're going to miss trades, and sometimes the market's going to move really well and you're not going to be part of it. Many months ago I was giving a training lesson to a client of mine, and I was talking about, well, did you see the overnight move? Something had happened in the market. The ES moved like 15 points or something like that. So I was talking about that in an example, and he asked me if I was part of it, and I was like, no, I wasn't, but it was a lot of fun to watch. And that's the approach that I take. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to watch. And he said something, I don't really remember the entire conversation, but he said something about, well, that's really frustrating when you're not in moves. And I was like, well, it didn't really matter to me. I don't trade during that time anyway. It was, a time at night, probably around like 9 o'clock Eastern, or, it was something like that. It was a time that I don't trade, and I wouldn't be in the move anyway because I just don't trade during that time. So to me it was, it doesn't really matter, but it was interesting seeing his perspective, and that's one thing that I definitely want to talk about. It's an important topic, that a lot of times the market's going to move and you're not going to be part of it, and you really have to be okay with that if you want to be a professional trader, because I'm sure every professional trader out there, the market has moved and they have not been a part of it at some point. So I just wanted to talk about that topic a little bit, and hopefully you got something out of what I was talking about. With that, thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your night, and I'll see you back here in the markets. Thank you.